On October 13, President Donald Trump fired a robust salvo at Iran, calling its leadership a rogue regime and blaming it for sponsorship of terrorism and continued aggression in the Middle East and around the world. Trump now announced that he would not certify the nuclear deal, which is required under U.S. law every 3 months. Advertisement opens a new window. However, he has placed the onus of further action on the U.S. Congress within 60 days. Congress must decide not to take any action or, alternatively, reimpose sanctions lifted earlier when the agreement was signed in January 2016, thus placing the U.S. in violation of the nuclear agreement. Perhaps anticipating difficulties in Congress, Trump has warned that, unless the deal was renegotiated, our participation can be cancelled by me, as president, at any time. The Iran strategy. The comprehensive Iran strategy Trump set out includes neutralizing Iran's destabilizing influence and its subversive activities and ending its missile development. The malign activities of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC) have been addressed by naming it a terrorist organization. But this has been done by the Treasury Department rather than the State Department, perhaps to avoid retaliatory action by IRGC elements against U.S. forces which are operating in close proximity in Iraq and Syria. The official Iranian response has referred to the decertification as a strategic mistake and evidence of rogue behavior. It has accused the U.S. of promoting regional conflicts and having hegemonic designs. The nuclear agreement, it concludes, is a valid international instrument and an outstanding achievement in contemporary diplomacy. Advertisement opens a new window. First responses to the Trump initiative have been negative. The EU foreign policy head, Federica Mogherini, has said that the agreement does not belong to any single country and it is not up to any single country to terminate it. In a joint statement, the leaders of Britain, France, and Germany have said that preserving the agreement is in our shared national security interest. The IAEA Director General, Yukiya Amano, has refuted Trump's allegation that Iran had prevented IAEA weapons inspectors from entering military bases, saying so far, the IAEA has had access to all locations it needed to visit. Trump's motivations. Given that there is near unanimity among Trump's officials and foreign leaders that Iran is fully complying with the agreement, observers are puzzled as to why Trump has chosen to jeopardize the agreement to shape his anti-Iran strategy. They note that concerns the U.S. has regarding various aspects of Iran's conduct and actions lie outside the deal and should have been addressed through separate policies after building support among allies. Advertisement opens a new window. By endangering the agreement, Trump has rallied his allies against him, even as he has undermined the U.S.'s own credibility as a reliable interlocutor in the international arena. This is likely to adversely impact diplomatic efforts to address nuclear issues with North Korea. There are other inexplicable aspects of the Trump approach. First, if Trump thought the deal was so harmful for U.S. interests, he could have himself walked away from it, without reference to Congress, where the outcome is unclear. Again, if Iran is viewed as such an untrustworthy partner in international discourse, what credibility can be attached to the complementary deals with it that Trump is seeking on the missiles issue and Iran's hegemonic designs in West Asia? West Asia more dangerous. Former Secretary of State John Kerry has criticized Trump for his reckless abandonment of facts in favor of ego and ideology. Iran expert Trita Parsi has suggested it's all about Obama. He really does seem to hate everything that has Obama's name on it. It is likely that Trump is also pandering to his core constituency, particularly his hard right-wing donors, who are consumed with a deep-seated animosity for Iran. Advertisement opens a new window. Whatever the impulses behind Trump's decision, West Asia, already amidst serious armed conflict in Syria and Yemen and a sectarian standoff between Iran and Saudi Arabia, has become much more dangerous. If the nuclear deal fails, Iran could revive its nuclear program which, even if peaceful, would ignite the fears of its enemies, Israel and Saudi Arabia. The latter are already fueling Trump's anti-Iran bellicosity and, with right-wing allies in the U.S., are deliberating, provoking a crisis that could lead to a preemptive assault on the Islamic Republic. Iran on its part has mobilized its own allies, Syria, Iraq and Turkey, and, with its battle-hardened militia, Hezbollah and the People's Mobilization Units from Iraq, is well placed to defend itself. While the Kingdom and Israel rejoice as the nuclear agreement is in danger of floating into oblivion, they would do well to recall the Arab saying a prudent enemy is better than an ignorant friend. Advertisement opens a new window. The author, a former diplomat, holds the Ramsaith Chair for International Studies, Symbiosis International University, Pune.